Hello everyone, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to do a detailed comparison of two devices from Moto, the Moto Z2 Play with the Moto G5 Plus. So looking at the specs of these two phones, there are a lot of similarities between these two devices. While on the pricing side, the Moto G5 Plus is priced 17,000 or rather 16,999, while the Z2 Play is priced 27,999. So that's almost close to 11,000 difference between these two devices. So a lot of our viewers might be interested in knowing what exactly is the differences between these two devices. Why is Moto Z2 Play priced a lot higher when specs are almost similar? So in this video we'll talk about both these devices and see how good is these two devices in this price segment. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first up, let's have a look at the design and build quality. So Moto says that both these devices are made of premium aluminum alloy. They are aircraft grade aluminum alloy, so they look really good in terms of the fit and finish build quality. Now design wise, again, both these devices have the circular ring on the rear panel, the camera unit and the Moto logo, and the matte finish rear panel looks really premium. But having said that, you can see the design of the Moto Z2 Play is far more superior than the Moto G5 Plus. The Moto G5 Plus is definitely a good looking device in the price segment, but if you look at the Z2 Play with 6mm thickness and the flat back panel and really great look you get when you buy the Z2 Play. So design wise, our choice is definitely the Moto Z2 Play with premium looks, fit and finish and build quality, while the Moto G5 Plus is not far behind. For the pricing it is being offered, this is definitely great build quality. Now there aren't much changes in terms of the design aspect, other than that you can see power and volume keys on the right side on both these devices. On the top panel we have this SIM tray, that's the only thing. It is a dedicated micro SD card SIM tray, and there is also 3.5mm audio jack. The only difference here is that it has a C-type port on the Moto Z2 Play, while it's a micro USB charging slot on the Moto G5 Plus. So that's a design aspect of these two phones. Now let's talk about the display. So we have a 5.5 inches screen size on the Z2 Play, while it's a 5.2 inches screen size on the Moto G5 Plus. We have an AMOLED panel on the Z2 Play, while it's a IPS LCD panel on the G5 Plus. Now both are protected by Corning Gorilla Glass. Now having used both these devices, we would say the AMOLED panel looks really punchy, vivid display. The Moto G5 Plus also has a quite good looking display out there, but our choice definitely would be the Z2 Play with really superior color quality, sharpness levels, and overall the display looks better on the Moto Z2 Play. So the display panel definitely has or rather it's better on the Z2 Play when compared to the Moto G5 Plus. So that was the display aspect. So now let's talk about the software. So here we have two devices running Android 7.0. We have Android 7.1.1 on the Z2 Play, while it's Android 7.0 on the Moto G5 Plus. Now looking at the UI, you can see it's exactly the same, no major change except for the smaller changes in terms of the icons. The other aspects look exactly the same, no major changes whatsoever. And one of the changes is for the Moto app. So you can see that Moto app has this Moto Actions, Moto Display and Moto Voice. So here we have only Actions and Display. Voice is not included, and even in Actions there are some really good options included. Some additional options are also included in the Moto Z2 Play. For example, there is a night display on the Moto Z2 Play. So that's the only change. Other than that, it's the same stock UI on both these devices. Now both these devices have the latest version, but technically speaking, Android 7.1.1 is available on the Moto Z2 Play, while it's Android 7.0 on the Moto G5 Plus. Now talking about the performance. So here we have a minor difference in terms of the processor. We have Snapdragon 626 octa-core chipset clocked at 2.2 GHz coupled with 4 GB RAM, and here we have the Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset coupled with 4 GB of RAM at clocked at 2 GHz. So is there a major difference between Snapdragon 626 and 625? We would say in terms of the performance, there isn't much of a difference. Both are really responsive and does the job really well. But when it comes to battery performance, that's where the Snapdragon 626 is slightly more optimized than the 625. The 625 is already really a great chipset in terms of the battery performance, but the 626 is even more optimized, and that's one area where the 626 excels. Now looking at the benchmark score, you can see there is a minor difference in terms of the benchmark score, 62417 versus 68388. So there is a slight difference in terms of the benchmark scores, but overall performance looks really good on both these devices. Next up, let's talk about the other aspects. Both devices come with dual SIM cards. There is expandable storage, there is dedicated SD card. Now the Moto Z2 Play comes with 64GB storage option, while the Moto G5 Plus comes with 32GB storage. So that's another difference. Now both these devices are having the water repellent coating, so you can take this device in light rain. It's not water resistant, but it's just water repellent. And both these devices also come with NFC feature included. Now both the phones have front facing speakers. They are almost included with the earpiece, so the speaker performance is quite good on both the phones. Now let's talk about the important aspect, the camera. So both these devices come with a 12 megapixel camera. It's a dual pixel autofocus camera. We have laser autofocus on the Z2 Play, while it's a face detection autofocus on the Moto G5 Plus. It's dual tone dual LED flash on both these devices. And on the front panel we have a 5 megapixel shooter on the Z2 Play and even the Moto G5 Plus, but we have a dual LED flash on the Moto Z2 Play. So selfies in low light should be good. Now looking at the camera interface, you can see that both these devices have almost similar camera interface, not much of change. A minor change in terms of the interface, that's all. No major changes included. We have this Go Live feature included, so other than that, not much of change. And both these devices support 4K recording. And here are some of the camera samples we have taken between these two devices in different light conditions. And in the camera samples which we have taken, you could see that the Moto Z2 Play has slightly better sharpness levels. Colors are almost similar. The experience is also similar, but the sharpness levels are slightly on the better side on the Moto Z2 Play when compared to the G5 Plus. The low light experience is again similar, not much of change here, and the selfie performance of these two cameras are also quite good. But having said that, the Moto Z2 Play definitely has a better selfie experience, especially with the dual LED flash on the front panel. So in terms of the camera, there is nothing much to choose between these two devices, but overall in terms of the performance, there is a difference for Z2 Play, and Z2 Play definitely is a better choice in terms of the camera, although the Moto G5 Plus is also a great camera in this price segment. Now, one of the most important aspects for the Moto Z2 Play is that it supports Moto modes. So we'll just talk quickly on the Moto mode. So this is where you attach the modes, and the Moto modes, there are a lot of modes included. We have done a dedicated video on the Moto modes. So there is wireless charging Moto mode, there is power bank, speakers, then we have car mount, then there is also projector, and quite a lot of modes are supported. So that's one good aspect about this device. So if you want to add additional functionalities to your device, then the Moto modes helps you in that, especially with the power bank, and some cases are also included. The back panel cases are also included, so you can make the device a bit more colorful with those modes. And the power bank and the wireless charging features are quite decent, although most of the modes are priced higher. So that's one of the additional functionalities when you're using the Moto Z2 Play. Now finally, talking about the battery. So we have 3000 mAh battery with rapid charging or turbo charging on both these devices, and the battery performance is slightly better on the Moto Z2 Play. We already mentioned that the Snapdragon 626 is slightly more efficient than the Snapdragon 625, and that really shows up in the battery performance, and we could say that the battery is slightly better on the Moto Z2 Play. So now we have talked about almost all aspects of these two phones. So why is the Moto Z2 Play priced almost 11k higher than the Moto G5 Plus? Because it is a bit more premium device. So you can't really just compare the specs and say the Moto G5 Plus is a better value for money, because the Moto Z2 Play offers a premium experience, especially with the design, superior build quality, Moto modes are there, and there is also latest version of Android. The camera experience is slightly better chipset, and also the battery life is also slightly better than the Moto G5 Plus. So if you want a really premium device with support for Moto modes, then definitely the Z2 Play offers a great experience. But if you're looking for an all-round offering in the mid-range segment, the budget or rather the affordable segment, the Moto G5 Plus at 17k offers a good deal. So in this video, we have tried to explain the differences between these two devices, and we are not really picking one winner here, because both these devices are good, and they are really good in their respective segments. So there is no point in choosing one, because obviously the Moto Z2 Play provides better experience even though it's priced higher. So hope this video was helpful in deciding why the Moto Z2 Play is priced higher than the Moto G5 Plus. So that's all guys, thanks for watching this video, and if you plan to buy these devices, we'll share the links in the description of this video. And also don't forget to like this video and hit the red subscribe button for more videos, and thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.